So many people comes to us for small jobs or some big jobs. Immigration problem or citizen problem, so many things happens, ice problem. So I had seen in the past, whenever I called him, within a minute.
So this is a difficult time in our country's history. It's not the place that John F. Kennedy, that so many people in this room admired, that I admire. I have a picture of John F. Kennedy campaigning with my father in 1960 on the wall. Seen as being the beacon of hope to the world that we once were. We're not seen as being the place that is a place of opportunity for everybody.
So today, this event is for a fundraising for our honorable congressman for his re-election in November 2026. And thank you for your generous contributions. And if anybody has still not been able to write the check, I know when we come, we start meeting people. So please, we'll appreciate.
He is the John F. Kennedy of our time. Remember, because of President John F. Kennedy, we all were blessed to come to America.
It is truly an honor to stand before you all today in support of our beloved Congressman Tom Suozzi.
ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਟਾਮ ਸੁਆਜ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਹੱਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਉਲੀਕਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਇਹ ਗੈਟ ਟੂਗੇਦਰ ਮਿੰਟ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਵਿਖੇ ਲੌਂਗ ਆਈਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਨਾਮਵਰ ਡਾਕਟਰਾਂ, ਸਫਲ ਕਾਰੋਬਾਰੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਕਈ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਸੰਸਥਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੋਢੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਿਰਕਤ ਕੀਤੀ। ਸਮਾਗਮ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਸਮੂਹ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਨੇ ਇਕਜੁੱਟ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਟਾਮ ਸੁਆਜ਼ੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੂਰਨ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦੇਣ ਦਾ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਨਾਮਣਾ ਖੱਟ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਚੇ ਅਹੁਦਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਬਿਰਾਜਮਾਨ ਨੇ। ਅਨੇਕਾਂ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਉੱਚ ਕੋਟੀ ਦੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵੱਡੇ ਹਸਪਤਾਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਵੀ ਨੇ। ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਲੌਂਗ ਆਈਲੈਂਡ ਏਰੀਏ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਡੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਲੀਡਰ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੁੰਗਾਰਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਏਕੇ ਦਾ ਸਬੂਤ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਨੇ। ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨੀ ਮਿੰਟ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਟਾਮ ਸੁਆਜ਼ੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦੇਣ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਇਕੱਤਰਤਾ ਰੱਖੀ ਗਈ। ਇਸ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਬੰਧਿਤ ਉੱਚ ਕੋਟੀ ਦੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ, ਸਫਲ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਤੇ ਕਈ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਸੰਸਥਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੋਢੀ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਏ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ APS ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਗੈਰੀ ਸਿੱਕਾ ਨੇ ਟਾਮ ਸੁਆਜ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲਦਿਆਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਲੀਡਰ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਟਾਮ ਸੁਆਜ਼ੀ ਪਿਛਲੇ 35 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਲੀਡਰ ਨੇ। ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ ਗਲੈਨ ਕੋਵ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਅਰ ਸੀ, ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਵੀ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨਵੰਬਰ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਲਈ ਉਹ ਕੰਗਰੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ 3 ਤੋਂ ਚੋਣ ਲੜ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ।
There are so many reasons behind it. And all Indian community, why I love him, because he always available for us. I had seen in the past, being a community servant, so many people comes to us for small jobs or some big jobs. Either it is for a visa from India or some other country, or immigration problem or citizen problem. So many things happens, ice problem. So I had seen in the past, whenever I called him, within a minute, his secretary's phone will come or action will be taken without any delay. That is a quality of Tom Suozzi. Then for the Indian community, he's the only person I had seen. There are 6 congressmen from India in the Capitol Hill, but he's the person who bring Indian diaspora's voice in the parliament. I will congratulate him for co-chair of an Indian caucus. Really, it is a it's proud for us that you are co-chair of the appointed by the president and appointed by the parliament. It's a really honor to our county. And he's a person who introduced honoring BAP's 50th anniversary in the parliament. He is a person behind introducing bill honoring the contribution of Indian Americans to the US relationship. He bring this agenda in the parliament. He is a person, last year some vandalism came at BAPS, and he's a person who bring immediate, he was there. I had seen Mr. with Mahinder Singh Taneja and Commissioner of Police, Nassau County and Suffolk County were there, and they had taken action same day and did so much work for the community at that point.
ਇਸ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਟਾਮ ਸਵਾਜ਼ੀ ਨੇ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਲੰਮੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਲਈ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ।
You know, I'm in government and I'm in politics because I want to try and help people make the world a better place to live in. And I'm glad that I've made the decisions I've made. I've had a lot of ups and a lot of downs throughout my career. I was the mayor of Glen Cove for 8 years. I was the county executive of Nassau County for 8 years. I ran for governor of New York against Eliot Spitzer in 2006. That didn't turn out very well for me. Didn't turn out very well for Eliot Spitzer either. I lost to Ed Mangano. Mr. Mangano's now in jail for 12 or 13 years. The rule is you can run against me, but if you beat me, your life is really in trouble after that. So, in Italian, we call that karma. So then I was in the private sector, and I actually feel bad for Mangano that he got such a big sentence, but I was in the private sector for 7 years, and then the opportunity arose for me to run for Congress. And I won running for Congress, despite some very difficult primaries and general election. And I was doing great. I was on the Ways and Means Committee. Everything was going great. And I decided to run for governor again. And I lost again. And I was out of politics. It was all over for me. I was 60 years old in 2022. I had lost for governor. People were mad that I ran against the sitting governor. I didn't run for re-election to Congress. And I had to accept the fact that I had to be happy with my life not being in public service, which I had devoted most of my adult life to.
ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਪਤਵੰਤੇ ਸੱਜਣਾ ਨੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਾਮ ਸਵਾਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਤਣੋ ਮਨੋ ਧਣੋ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਖੀ।
As far as Mr. Tom Swazi is concerned, his work speaks for itself for the last decade, you can say. So I just want to tell that as far as secularism is concerned, religion and politics, we have go together in our religion. They can coexist now, because if the religious people come in the politics, they do justice. That's what he's doing for the last maybe 20, 30 years. You're doing justice too. So now they can pledge that he should not be only elected. We would make him elected and serve so that he can serve the community much more time than before.
Honorable Congressman Tom Swazi is the way I see President John F. Kennedy. He is the John F. Kennedy of our time. Remember, because of President John F. Kennedy, we all were blessed to come to America. Prior to that, only 100 Indian citizens were allowed per year. John F. Kennedy changed the immigration law. He is the middle of the path guy who is a moderate guy, and I can visualize him in the White House. I can't visualize anybody, any Democrat, who is as pragmatic, as someone who gets things done. I have known him for last 25 years. When I did my first fundraising, the first fundraising I did for any politician in my basement, raised him only $25,000 with my initial effort. But ever since I've been a friend, he always gets things done. Why? Because he puts his heart into it. He is not talk. He really uses every technique available in the book legally to make it happen. And that's why he is successful.
It is truly an honor to stand before you all today in support of our beloved Congressman Tom Swazi. It's an easy task to pitch all of you that let's all campaign for Tom because his work speaks for itself. It's a time when our communities need strong, experienced, practical leadership Tom Swazi stands out as a leader, as we all heard from previous speakers, who delivers and does not make only promises. I think he is the only congressman I know in America. I can text him in the middle of the night and he texts me back right away. That shows his commitment to the service. He is in public life, not for the politics, but to serve all of us. That quality speaks for itself. There has never been one instance where Tom did not try to help the issue.
Very short notice event for a very good friend of the community for last 35 years, since he was the mayor in the city of Glencoe. इन्होंने Glencoe में, he has really helped us a lot when the Gurdwara was being built. And even before that also, when he was in the Board of Supervisors, he has been very close to our community. And also because we had the opportunity of Mr. Shekhar Nalanthula living right next to him, always trying to bring him there.
Congress to bring more and more people from India. India is a place where the talent prevails, where the hard work prevails, where the intelligence prevails. So I hope you contribute this to our community, our country, by bringing more and more people so that we can add more and more social, economic, and real value to United States of America.
I belong to Afghanistan, and I am the chairman of Committee of Afghanistan. If you remember, in 2020, there was an attack on a Sikh Gurdwara in Kabul, and there was 25 people, ladies, gents, children were killed by the terrorists. So that time it happened on March 25th, 2020. Very next day I got the message. Then it's a long story. We helped those people. We brought them to India and helped them. But what I want to say, next day I called Tom. I think it was midnight or sometime like that.
Oldest leader in this community, looks very young, and always I see him last 30 years, he's look like the same. So I think our Indian community love him. And I will tell about me. I'm representing also one New York Hotel Association, NYM Hotel Association, where is 300 hotels. I'm a senior vice president on that organization.
For that warm introduction, it means a great deal to me. And I was very proud to be asked to run for this job by somebody who I've always looked up to, who we actually went to high school together, but he has no recollection of me, right? None whatsoever. But I'm a very pragmatic, middle of the road, get things done. Some of you may have known me from my time in the police department. I know Mohinder certainly worked very closely, and I saw him all the time. Mohinder was a great friend and a great advocate. Hundreds of community meetings.
That's my financial disclosure. But just beside the point, my name is Dr. Kumar. I'm professor of pediatrics and emergency medicine. At the same time, we represent the AAPI, American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. You'll be surprised to know every 7th patient in America is seen and treated by Indian American physician. We are the big force. Now it is the sad part, I'm going to talk about that. 10% of New York State population of Indian American physician.
All of you are here and you've said wonderful things about the congressman. But if you were in my shoes and you saw everything he does in Washington, D.C. daily, you would not believe how blessed we are to have him leading our district. And most of us don't know, we have an estimate, but 3 years I didn't know what a diamond we have in Washington, D.C. fighting for us. And I don't want to take too long. I know everyone wants to rush, but when I say this, and it's not an underestimate.
ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੀ ਦੱਸੇਗਾ ਕਿ ਟਾਮ ਸਵਾਜ਼ੀ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਤਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪਰ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੰਗੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਹੋਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਿਤਰਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਤਤਪਰ ਹੈ। ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ ਤੋਂ ਗਿਲ ਪ੍ਰਦੀਪ ਦੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ।